Alright. I was about to reach over and use the other mic, but this is the portable setup, which means we have a Blue Yeti. Oh, nice. Yeah, I forgot. I don't know. After a little bit of finagling and just looking it up, honestly, I was finally able to get this Streamlabs on my laptop working. So it was like awesome. Now let me see. Yes. Okay. So that's working on there. It's a cutback stream. We're not running ad break. So sending out the call that people know. Fuck. This cough will not go away. It just refuses to leave. Otter, Kenny, hi. Finally got over some procrastination / streaming version of writer's block. Got some stuff figured out. Figured out a couple of things I'm going to need to work around to make this laptop able to stream to the extent I want it. But yeah, stuttering at points. Okay, I'm not seeing anything pop up on my end, so that could be a settings thing. But we'll see. But yeah, so sorry I've been gone so long, everyone. I've just been kind of dealing with stuff. I was honestly, like, sick for almost a full week. Technically, I was only really sick for, like, 1.5 days, but it was then, like, a continuous cough. That was pretty bad. I needed to take, like, you know, some cough medicine for. And now it's, like, like, a slight cough that seems to just go away and come back at random intervals. Hard to really tell what the true cause of that is, but but yeah, so I am not streaming from the main PC. It is good, nice. Yeah, I'm not streaming from the main PC that I've been streaming from this entire time because the upload speed issue is still a thing I have not truly, like, properly been able to address. I have recently ran into an old friend who actually apparently has a lot of software that should be able to actually help really properly diagnose what the hell's going on. Would redeem. Hey, okay, here's an important thing. You don't need to, because this is the point of this stream, or at least one of the major objectives, is to get that thing off. You don't need to redeem chalk drawing. Just name something. We're doing a free chalk drawing giveaway to get this damn thing off. So that is the plan. Also, as you can see, I am talking into a Blue Yeti mic instead of the other one, just because that was one of the things. It was just going to be way easier to, like, leave that audio setup on the main PC. And also, this is ultimately meant to also be a potential, like, portable stream setup plan anyway. Sonic and Shadow baby kiss. Well, you've given me the option, so I don't know if I'll do the kissing part, but I'll at least maybe try something close to it. Alright, what? Also, they don't starve together with us. Oh, yeah, I can get around to it. Like I said, been busy and sick and stuff. So I'd be down for playing that. Can't really do it on stream, and that's actually one of the things I realized. This laptop only has 2 USB ports. It has 2 USB-C ports for some reason, but only 2 USB ports. Resident Evil 5 October soon. Ooh, yes. Also, something I need to do. I need to download the Luigi's Mansion 2 remaster or whatever. Got put on the Switch like a few weeks ago. So I need to do that because I've been wanting to replay that game for like a while, but it's been stuck on the DS. So finally get to have all the Luigi's Mansion games played on stream. But before that, something I need to deal with my laptop, as I was kind of saying it, it's only got 2 USB ports. So I'm only able to plug this and the webcam in right now. And otherwise, I can't really plug anything else in. Like Shadow holding hands in church in front of God. Maybe. I have an image brewing in my head for what I want to do. So I'll go to that once I'm done talking a little bit more. But basically what I just need to do is get like a USB like splitter or extender or whatever. Which I can either just order online or go to like a store. And once I do that, I can get the Elgato plugged into here and stuff. And then once that's done and all working and fixed and whatnot, we can at least do the console games. I don't know about being able to do jeez. PC games from this setup yet. I have a spare monitor that I could always hook up to this PC, but we'll figure it out. Going to Georgia in about 2 months. Oh, nice. Sorry, if I'm pausing, I'm trying not to cough. Is kind of what I'm dealing with right now. Okay. But what else was I saying? Yeah. Just need to get like a USB like extender or whatever so I can just have more stuff plugged into the laptop. And then I need to reach out to that friend I had ran into like a month ago and just see if he's available to come and like help me figure out what the hell's wrong with the main PC. So yeah, we'll figure that out. Hopefully then once I get stuff, I can kind of like bring streams back at least semi-regularly. I'm going to kind of try to ease into it. I've also gotten a bit more work on like editing some old videos. Nothing like too substantial, but you know, it's like progress. And that's kind of what I just need to keep doing to get myself back in the groove for streaming. Which is just what needs to happen. Soul Link video 1. I do need to reopen that. But yeah, right now, honestly, I'm working on that OG Lethal Company video. The one we did, like, all the way back at the New Year. That's the one I've been working on. Trying to do a little bit of editing on that. Also started getting some of the old VODs uploaded, because I realized I had, like, not uploaded any VODs for, like, a while. So, getting that figured out and fixed. So that'll be good. But yeah, okay. Let's go ahead. I'm going to set the mic down here real quick. How is that for... There we go. Okay. Woo. Let's pull this down just a little. There we go. Okay. All right. I almost got a steal in the MLB draft today. Oh. Such a crapshoot. Probably won't matter too much. Yeah. Makes sense. Okay. Well, we're going to do Sonic and Shadow staring longingly into each other's eyes. That's what... or at least the best way I can communicate that. And we're getting rid of this thing. It's gone. It's been on way too long. It was put onto the chalkboard, and then it basically killed the stream for like 2 months to artificially extend its lifespan. Or was it like 3 months? It was a while. And yeah, oh, another difficulty I was running into with the stream was just that Streamlabs desktop on the laptop was like not wanting to it wasn't letting me like sign in with Twitch for some reason, so I finally just said fuck it, looked it up, and found a workaround, because otherwise I was literally going to have to build out like a whole new setup. Which I partially did. I've changed the little chat box background to Troop Master Grimm, who still I need to make an emote for. That's like the one chalk drawing that was like approved as an emote, and I just never got around to it. The dimensional bird killed ESO streams. Yeah, pretty much. That definitely sounds good. Yeah, alright. It has been forever since I have, since I've done any drawing. So let's see how rusty I'm gonna be at this. You know, one nice thing, even though it's not being used for stream, I still have the main PC like up, so I could just bring up pictures and shit. I'm also using it to observe the stream through like the Twitch dashboard. The only thing I need to keep in mind is that I'm using this mic and not the other mic, which is right over there, because I keep wanting to like turn my head to talk to that mic, but it's like it's right here. This is the one I'm using. And it has much more free range of where I could put it, which is kind of nice. Okay. Also, the one thing of drawing shadow on a chalkboard is weird, because you basically have to do white outlines for shadow. Oh, another thing we'll have to get around to is get the Chow League back up and running. Chow League 2, which also that's another video I want to do. That one I have an idea of doing it a bit more scripted on like a broader like, hey, this is how the season ultimately went. I just then would need to actually take the time to like I would need to take the time to, you know, like actually write out a script, which is not something I'm great at. Okay. Yeah. Oh, another thing I need to do, because I had just recently gotten this Streamlabs into into my Twitch. Literally, this is the only working scene right now. The face scene. It's the only one I got working. I have not touched, nor will I touch any of the others until I get it to work. And hell, I might just set up like extra scenes, like just like naming them. So right now I have like all my usual scenes, but I might just like set up basically identical scenes, but like label them all for like for specifically like the portable version for like the laptop version. Hmm. All right. Maybe that can. All right, I'm kind of getting the start here. Working. I do need, just for the sake of visibility, I'm gonna turn the ring light down a bit. There we go. All right. I will say I was looking for Sonic and Shadow pictures, and there's literally one of Sonic hugging Shadow, and Shadow just having that expression of like "get the hell off me." I kind of want to use that as a base, but doesn't really fit the aesthetics as much. It's a good thing you couldn't see that. I just spilled water on myself. Amazing. Yeah. I think that screenshot specifically from I think it's Sonic Prime. I've watched like a little bit of Sonic Prime, but I can't know for sure. Trying to get an idea of Sonic's eyes from like the side. All right. Sonic's skin slightly off. You know what? I think this will work out pretty well. I'm gonna move the mic. There we go. All right. Okay, hold on. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, ba, ba. All right. I do hope everyone's been like kind of good. You know, since my absence. It was one of those things. I was using the opportunity to just like go out and do more things. Mostly it was like going to Smash events and stuff. But I've also just been going out and doing extra other things, which has been nice. It's also been nice just sometimes to just be like, oh, I get off work and I just don't have anything to do. I can't color the entire body because I need to be able to do that. Alright, saving up for a new car. Nice. I need to do that too. I mean, I technically am already saved up for a new car, but I need to actually, like, pull the trigger on a car. You know, actually get a new car at some point. Nom, nom, nom. Okay. So I got Sonic's basic body figured out. What I need is shadows. But okay. And yeah, once I get the ability to plug more USB shit into this, I'm trying to make sure the camera knows I'm pointing at the laptop. Once I get that figured out, we can do console games. We can freaking get the Sonic Metacritic playthrough back up and actually running, which would be so good, so nice. Oh, jeez. I can't freaking wait. All right. Let's see. Oh yeah, Shadow's got that little white tuft of hair or fur or whatever the hell it is. Need to make sure that's represented. And I'm just gonna have like legs, some kind of legs around here. Okay. Next. Oh, one thing I think I remember. I think I got to talk about it a little bit. The Fallout tabletop campaign that I've been doing with some friends. I think I got to talk about it a little bit in some of the streams before like the hiatus happened. But that one's been going fun. That's what's been going great. My character still getting beat up. still still being concerningly squishy, but also tanking way more damage than is reasonable for a single character to take compared to literally the rest of my team. But it's been fun. It has been a blast. It's also gotten me to do a bit more work on like some of my own game design ideas and stuff. It's just been great. I just realized even like Sonic's got like the like the yellowy arms and stuff. Shadow's limbs are all the same color as his body. Leave your character. Thank you. I'm finally getting the tools my character needs to actually have like the proper niche. I need them to get better proper armor because at the end of the day we know I'm just going to start getting hit by shit. But our like party consists of a low intelligence amnesiac vault dweller who is very good at punching things. Like, very good at punching things. And you think they would be the, like, tank barbarian type? They are the one responsible for me taking some of the damage. Just their low intelligence putting them in situations that have ultimately come back to hurt me. But also managing to also be the ones that have saved our ass in the middle of, like, charisma checks. It's crazy. It's insane. Meanwhile, my character is like the one that's like probably the most plot consequential of the three, just because I had built like the story hooks into my character a bit more. Or I was like a bit more intentional on like the story hooks I wanted my character to be able to do. Maybe that's not necessarily fair to like everyone else's characters, but at the very least, mine had like the immediate plot hook. Mine had like the good starting point, which is what a lot of characters I do for like RPGs are usually like those types, the ones that have like a quest starter or something built into them in some way. Some are more lighthearted, some are not. Some are a bit more like actually story driven, but I like having characters with backstories that immediately give the the like DM or GM, depending on like the terms can change depending on what system you're running. But give them a bit of like a push of like, hey, this is what this is what my character cares about, and I'm going to be very upfront about it, so you have an easier time planning around it. But yeah, and then our other party member, because we're 3 people and the GM. She is a weapons specialist who's a Brotherhood initiate. So she's very good at making and using explosives. So we have our rush in and punch things. We have our other one that is throwing Molotovs and frag grenades. And then you had little old me, who just was using whatever I had available. But I have finally acquired a hunting rifle, so my character could finally fulfill the long-range requirements that I've been needing to do. That ultimately we've kind of been wanting a long-range option. And, like, I was like, oh, my character's just well-suited for that. So, yeah. It's like awesome. The most recent, we actually had a session yesterday, and our main goal for that session was specifically to Yeah, our main goal for that session was kind of a planning wind down session because we had just gotten done with a little like quest. So it was kind of a setup of like, all right, where are we pushing the story? What's the next like goal and things, and like worrying about the immediacy of some threats we have on the horizon coming up. So, hmm. Ooh. All right, hold on. I'm gonna get Sonic's eye real quick. Speaking of RPGs, I definitely want to get back to Oblivion sometime soon. Obviously, that was on hold because of the Sonic playthroughs, but still, like, I miss Refrigerator. I miss getting to play as our punchy blue Argonian boy, or punchy blue gator. Sorry, main laptop screen went to sleep for a second. Okay. Da, 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 da. Okay. Okay. I don't know why I have technically made Sonic slightly taller than Shadow here. Not really sure why I did that, but you know, it happens. Oh god, I'm gonna have to try to make them shaking hands here. Okay, first off, let's get Sonic's big ass fucking gloves here. Oh boy. The arm is definitely too thick and kind of off kilter, but you know what? Whatever. All right. I think we're looking kind of good right now. Although, geez, I maybe make the figures a little bit bigger. That's the kind of thing. They also like only they both wear white gloves, so I'm gonna have to come up with like the definition for that. Oh, at least I get to at least I get to use a different type of yellow to define Shadow's hand because he has the rings. He has like ring bracelets or whatever. So that's nice. We've also got a bit of like red. So there's a bit more like color variety going on with Shadow. It's oddly enough I have to erase part of Shadow's chest fluff in order to make that work. I just remembered I need to there. They're almost touchy. Okay. So, one fun thing, for the most part, I don't have to color in Shadow's hair, like, at all, with one exception, which is that, like, which is this here, this little red stripe at the top. So, honestly, I'm just gonna save Sonic for last. Sonic is gonna be, like, the most time intensive character to draw. Just because he has to be, like, all of this part has to be blue. Like, damn. I do need to get an ear for them. I think this is a reasonable spot for an ear on Shadow. It's not like too high above the eyes. Maybe if that's the case, this needs to be expanded just a smidge. Alright, and then Sonic also has an ear. So we're kind of... Okay. Just to save on color and effort, I'm just going to imply that their feet are well below the image. Just because I don't feel like... I don't feel like busting out those colors. I just realized I think the main part of the glare is actually the PC. But that'll be fine. Okay. I need to put together just a thought on this. I think Shadow's basically done. Oh, I do need to color in the eye. But other than that, Shadow's basically done. Honestly, Sonic's basically done. I think the hand is okay. It's acceptable. And you can tell what it is. So, now all I need to do is color in Sonic's other leg, both their eyes. Oh, I need to give Shadow a mouth. Hold on. There we go. That fits Shadow. That fits Shadow as a character. Ugh. Okay. Anything else? Let's see. I don't need the reds or green anymore, so we can put that away. I don't really need the yellow. I think literally all we need is white and blue. That's like it. Yep. All right. Ugh. Let's go ahead and get the leg. Oops. We are making good progress. Oh, but dang, is my arm getting tired. Okay. Okay. Oh. Ugh. Ugh. Let's go. Oh. To circle back on what I was talking about, like the Fallout D&D RPG. A couple of things. For one, my character's name, Oscar. It's Oscar Appletine. Just a silly ass name. Um, but and this is I've gotten to do this a couple of times. My character, as I mentioned, having like having kind of the one that has like the plot hook built in, is literally Oscar is a ghoul who's been around for like a couple centuries, and and is kind of one of those like undying optimists in a sense. Like, could be a little cynical, but for the most part is legitimately like constantly trying to help and stuff. If we stop now, it's Sonic WX and Shadow X. True. But Oscar's like backstory, at least immediately pertaining to like the campaign, was it's all set in St. Louis, by the way. That's an important thing to point out, because in Fallout you just get to set up in St. Louis, and in this particular our little like quest thing, we made it so that St. Louis got particularly lucky and was relatively unscathed from nuclear blasts. Probably unlikely to have actually happened in the Fallout lore, but it's like some stuff was actually able to be like pretty well rebuilt and like decently preserved in the St. Louis region. Our running joke is that Anheuser-Busch is still technically around. Like there's some spiritual successor to Anheuser-Busch just in the St. Louis area now. That was literally one of our quests. Was we were doing security for a boat carrying Bush products down the Mississippi, which was a lot of fun. And so one of Oscar's things is Oscar was down in a small town called Arnold, which is like a few hours drive south of, maybe not a few hours, like a couple, or like maybe an hour. I'm not exactly sure, but it's like a fair bit south of St. Louis, but like not too far south in like the state overall. HW Hoser Bush, yes. But so like Oscar was originally there just kind of like doing help with like settlement building and stuff. And then they got attacked by the Legion. You know, the the like Roman Empire wannabes that are like basically Nazis in a sense. Not quite one for one because they're a lot more modeled after like the Roman Empire, but still like not all that off. If we're being honest. Um. So yeah. Oscar like saw them coming, and a bunch of the settlers fled. Some were not so lucky. We have met at least one of them, but see, Caesar's crew, yeah. Um, but one of the running gags I had is all the people from that settlement. Their names are their names all follow a theme. It is first name of a CEO, and then the company they're a CEO of. So eventually we're going to meet Tim Apple. But the only one we have met so far, I named Andrew Ia, or EA. Oscar just pronounces it Ia, because the guy's kind of an ass. So, if you... Obviously, EA, we're talking about the game company, and Andrew, it's like Andrew Wilson is the CEO. Tim Apple, yeah. Honestly, that was just my inspiration, was that one, like, flub from years and years back from Trump. So yeah, we've met one of them, and I named him Andrew Ia. Or Andrew EA. It's fun. I'm looking forward to running into more of those characters. It's going to be a little hard, because I think right now our main quest probably isn't going to involve us encountering many of them. Speaking of EA, new college football 2025 deluxe starts tomorrow. Neat. Hold on. I do need to get at least a little bit of an outline started on this. Okay. But yeah, so that has been... Hold on. Let's go ahead and make sure I'm doing this right. Yep, okay. That has been kind of what we have been doing. um, looks more than just a Madden reskin. Oh, nice. That's actually really good to hear, considering how a lot of Madden games are fundamentally just kind of reskins of each other. It's like Call of Duty, but like with less expectations. I'm not even sure I can say that. It's not like anyone really has expectations for Call of Duty anymore, to be more than just like a repackage of the same old formula. Though to be fair, at least with Madden, I mean, it's like a football game. Like how much are you really... I don't know. In general, I feel like Madden really should just be like... Maybe it's like more profitable for them to just keep re-releasing essentially the same game with minor tweaks and upgrades and just like updated rosters instead of just going for a live service model. Like that's one that I could... A live service model in like sports games I think is like something people could be okay with, because like live service models kind of suck in like most every other game, but like come on. You know, like what are you really buying the next iteration of Madden for anyway? It's just the updated rosters. So why not just build out a game you can just keep adding on to and updating the rosters for? And if you want to make like upgrades and updates to the game or like add-ons, you could just do that. You could just make it downloadable content. I don't know. I would have to look into. That's one of those things where it's almost like it feels like it would make sense, but you'd have to look into like the. You'd have to look into like the economics of it to get why whether or not it would even make sense. It's a very passionate approach to the game. I'm very excited about it. Nice. That's really good to hear. You bring back NFL Street. I've never heard of NFL Street. Never heard of that. I'm sure like NBA Street is a thing. Oh, imagine imagine a street hockey game. That could be really funny because then you could just introduce random hazards in hockey. I guess the only thing is, I guess like the hockey games are have less of a market because ultimately hockey has less of a market than like basketball or football or even baseball. Yeah, what? What's up? Ugh. I just thought of something really fucking funny. Oh my god. You do like an NHL street game, and when a fight happens, you can just turn it into a MMA mini game, but you have like the going into battle sound effects from Pokemon Coliseum, and just the Coliseum battle music, but it's just two guys in hockey pads and roller skates squaring up on each other. That just sounds really funny to me. Cause like, let's be real, it's kind of like, the true half of the reason people watch NASCARs for the crashes. Uh, Honestly, maybe like, yeah, like 50 to 40% of the reason we watch hockey is for the fights when the fights break out, because it's just pure entertainment at that point. NHL hits used to be a thing. That sounds fun. NBA and NFL Streets are basically simpler than the regular game, but super arcadey. NHL hits, I always like that about hockey. Ooh, that does sound fun. It is a bit of a shame you don't really see those around anymore. It's really just like NBA 2K and MLB 2K. You know, it's just like it's just the base simulators instead of more arcadey stuff, which I feel like could be more fun. Even if like hell, I guess I'd be down for even like if if like Madden and stuff are not gonna like actually do anything really impressive between their different iterations, so really all they need to do for the main part of the game is MLB 2K doesn't exist anymore. MLB the show. Ah, okay, okay. Yeah, I remember 2K used to be a thing. Um, I remember getting an MLB 2K game or a 2K game for the shit. Damn it. Man, it is arcadey. I guess, but like a more arcadey version, I guess, is kind of the thing. You know, you go a little even more goofy, or have an even more goofy option. But I think it should do like arcade football, or fuck it. If you want a bit more arcadey version, include the UFL. Now that we have them, assuming UFL can actually like stand on its own, like like, look, the Battlehawks numbers are like good and promising, but the Battlehawks aren't going to be able to carry an entire 8 league, uh, 8 team league attendance wise alone. Honestly, like, I get why they did it, but it's such a bummer that they cut the Sea Dragons from the merged roster, because they were getting up there. They had similar, still ultimately were being dwarfed by Battlehawk numbers during the XFL, but like they were still up there. They were still like notable. It was like them and DC had like decent numbers to them. I mean, nothing was going to beat like Battlehawks numbers, just because it's like St. Louis is a sports town, does like does ultimately like football, and are highly motivated to show it. Skylanders had a football minigame? Amazing. So they still have the exclusive rights for Sim Football, despite Madden not being Sim. Weird. Okay, football is fun to watch. Yeah. All right. How are you thinking? That looked good? That looks about what I can expect. I don't think I'm missing anything color-wise. It feels so weird. Obviously, body shapes are all kind of fucked because I'm not an actual artist, let's be real. This is as good as chalk can do. Fair enough, fair enough. Well, there we go. Awesome, awesome. Well, we've done it. The medallion has been slain. Started Sticker Star the other day? Nice. Also stopped playing Sticker Star the other day. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna wash some of the chalk off my hands, so be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's go ahead and move this up here now. There we go. Awesome. All right. Frick. Okay, so honestly, we kind of done what we set out to do. Well, we've been live for about an hour. That was honestly about what I was expecting to have this have this stream last for, because there's still ultimately a bunch of stuff I need to work out, figure out, but I just wanted to do like a proof of concept test and try to actually get the stream in and break out of the like, I guess you could call it streamer's block. And we did it. We have replaced the sonichu medallion with with Sonic and Shadow nearly touching tips on the nose, and given a good old maybe gay handshake. We don't know. Hard to say. Uh, but yeah, it's also good. Discovered a couple important things. Um, need to get like a little divider thing for USB so I can get the Elgato actually plugged into here. You defeated the sonichu medallion, indeed. Yes. Honestly, though, I'm kind of tempted as a joke to just have the sonichu medallion be like something. It could be like the channel points. I could, I could have, because we've never actually done like a channel points image. But I don't know. I feel like I don't want to do that. I feel like there's other things I could have for the channel points bits. I don't know. There's got to be something super obscure I can have the Sonichu medallion like become. We'll figure it out. But yeah, let's shoot. Anything else I wanted to touch on? Not really. I also want to get movie nights going again. That's also just been another thing. Because I didn't have stream going on, like my motivations to do movie nights were also like kind of dipping a little bit. Just the excitement for it. I definitely wanted to be like, it's not just like watching movies. Like we could do other stuff like watching series. Because Kenny, I know you haven't seen like DBZA abridged or like Helsing abridged. I also know a couple of my own friends who haven't seen like the abridged series. So definitely have to get back into it. Oh, another important thing. Unfortunately, a bit of unfortunate timing for me finally getting streams back going again is coming up sometime in the next week or so. I'm going to be stuck on call again. It's going to be 1 week of being secondary on call, which means I probably won't be able to get streams in then because I'm going to have to still ultimately be responding to like shit popping off on my phone. We've got at least another week. So if I can make it to like a store and get like a USB divider, we can at least do some like console gaming stuff. But yeah, it'll be like secondary on call and then like primary on call for a week. It's a bummer. Thankfully, it has literally been like a while since I've had to actually be on call. Which is both, like, nice and also nerve-wracking as hell because I'm now out of practice. Very much out of practice for being on call. Which is like, oh, great. But yeah, ultimately, it shouldn't be too bad. Tried playing Sonic Mania earlier. Oh, how'd that go? So rusty? Oof. Bummer. That reminds me. I've been debating just putting up some of my old Stray and Sly runs onto the YouTube channel. Because like they're incredibly like out of date. Hell, like the Stray run, I'm pretty sure ends with me popping off because it put me in top 50 for the glitchless, and I'm like way out of top 50 now. Like I might not even be top 70 anymore. But it might still be worth putting in. Out, yeah. That reminds me, I could also grind Disney's Magical Mirror because that was a good run that I ultimately listed and stuff. It put me like 4th in the world for all shards, but I could. I could get top 3. I'm confident I could get top 3. Because there was like one big mistake I had made. But I need to practice because it's been so long. It's been over a year since I did that run. So yeah, we'll see. We'll get around to it. Yeah. Oh, another thing, kind of in personal life. I forget, this might have happened during the streaming hiatus, but my, like, electric bike, I, like, popped the tire on it. I don't know if it was because I ran over something or because it, like, if it was, like, run over or if it had just, if I just didn't ever do a good job at keeping it inflated. But I was without the e-bike for, like, a while, and that was driving me crazy because I had to, like, drive everywhere, even for, like, small trips. But that finally got fixed. Honestly, thanks to my dad for just giving the extra hand for that. But I've been doing night rides now. Honestly, actually, just before stream, I went on a little bit of a bike ride, and I kind of want to do a bike ride like sometime after stream, because just going out like super late at night, there's like no cars on the road. So I just get to go. There's like kind of a major street near me that's literally just a big circle. So I've just a couple of times just gone out and rode around that circle. Made a couple of detours here or there, but like, it's just so nice because there's like barely anyone out there. It's it's so good, and I got like additional lights for like my biking setup, which like are pretty good. The one problem is the overhead front light I have had to wrap around and awkwardly kind of clip into my bike helmet. So for one, it's kind of off kilter and at an angle, and two, it's it's off kilter at an angle specifically because it pushes into my skull. Like, I can feel it. I have a sore spot right where it sits, and it's off kilter just so the rubbery part of the strap is the thing pushing into me instead of the hard like plastic bit. It's like, I wish there was a better option, but that's the best I've got right now. But at least I can see when I'm out at night, because the default lights my e-bike came with were not good. Like, they were ass. Like, like I could see 5 feet in front of me, and that was it. When I was driving, or when I was like riding through good old American suburbs where street lights are an afterthought. Like, street lights are once a mile, maybe. And your only way of seeing the road is at the mercy of like the lights on houses. If there are decently bright lights on houses, I can maybe see the road. I did that like once before deciding I needed to get light fixtures for my helmet. It was rough. Oh my god. Okay. Anything else? Passive volleyball? Hell yeah! Got a 96 out of 100. That is awesome. Congrats. Speaking of tests, I need to get my boating license. Literally everyone else in my family has it, or was grandfathered into it, except me. I've just been procrastinating on that for way too long. And my family has wave runners. That we already have a boat, but we also have wave runners. And you need I need a boating license to ride the wave runners. But I also actually haven't been out to where we keep those in like a while due to some other things. There's like been some stuff that gets in the way of that. Well, yeah. Yeah. I think I'd also mention one of the I'm really not going to blame the lack of streams on this. I had been like sick and dealing with a cough for about a week. Honestly, I don't know if what I'm dealing with a cough right now. If it's at all linked to it, it could be just because sometimes coughs will just linger for like way too long. I at least was able to confirm it wasn't COVID. I my family had some leftover COVID tests, and I took one, and I came back clean. So that was a good relief for some of my friends. It's good at least, yeah. Because it was literally like we were supposed to go. This was like at the end of June. St. Louis was doing their Pride Parade. I was supposed to go with friends. Literally the night before, we were like gonna go on Saturday. So that Friday night, I start feeling like my throat's all scratchy and shit, and not great. And I'm like going to sleep, and just not feeling good, like feeling pretty off, and I'm just like, okay. I've set some alarms. If I'm not feeling good by the time my alarms go off, I will communicate and just be like, hey, I can't go. And I could tell I was sick because I was doing the thing. I was doing the thing that happens when you're sick sometimes, where your dreams are like particularly trippy or like particularly stressful. There's like something. There's some vibe with my dreams when I'm sick that I can just tell. And I just wake up every couple of hours. I'd be like sweating and stuff, and sweating and coughing and sore throat. Honestly, that day when I was the most sick, it wasn't really the cough that was the issue. Sore throat was definitely there, but it was other problems. I was basically bedridden the entire day, but I like, yeah, I was waking up every couple hours and just being like shit. I hope this goes away by like 9 in the morning. It did not. In fact, it carried on. I had like done the mental like exercise of like, hey, what would happen if I forced myself to go? And I'd just be like, I would be miserable and I would be stuck. I would be stuck downtown because we were planning on taking the metro, like driving to a metro station, and then taking the metro all the way to downtown. It was not going to be a good time. That would be rough, indeed. So it was a bummer. Basically, didn't get to do that. Felt significantly better. But yeah, I was like dealing with sweats, kind of chills. It came and went. It came and went between sweats and chills. Literally got muscle soreness like up in here and in the thighs. Like those spots specifically, I had muscle soreness for a bit. Hard to really tell what that was. I think that was one of the ones my friend was concerned that it could have been COVID because of the muscle soreness. Though honestly, I think muscle soreness can pop up even in just regular colds, depending on the person. So, yeah, just in general, like, that was the most traditionally sick I felt the entire time. And then, like, Sunday, like, most of the, like, aches and sweats and stuff, that all had gone away. It was just sore throat and coughing the entire time. And some headaches, which I think were mostly spurred on by the coughing. That was rough. Then for a few days, the cough was waking me up at night. It was not good. Like, I'd sleep for a couple hours, then I'd just be like up coughing just in the middle of the night. It was not great. Honestly, after like the first night, I should have just gotten NyQuil, but I waited like a whole extra night, and then I was like, yeah, no, I need NyQuil, because usually it's probably a bad habit, but I try to like force my way through like sickness without having to like rely on like medicine. It's probably it's probably not a good idea. It definitely is not a good idea, but it's just, I don't know. I've just forced myself to do it. But yeah, I got some NyQuil. That immediately fixed that problem. Still I had the coughs, throughout the day. But NyQuil and DayQuil were like godsends for me there. I could actually sleep at night thanks to NyQuil. And I was just like, oh god. And it wasn't like actual on-brand NyQuil. It was like generics, but you know, the same fundamentally. Yeah, but it was yeah, it was interesting. It was fun. Or what am I saying? It was not fun. It was not fun. I had like I was using like masks the entire time, and I actually ran out of my cloth masks that I had hoarded from my time at Sam's during the pandemic. And some of mine just like disappeared. I used to have like a huge stock, just a huge pile of like these Sam's Club branded like cloth masks, and now I have like maybe half of what I used to have. I don't know where the hell they all went, but I still have some. And I honestly would be running laundry if it weren't for the fact that our laundry machine has a slight leak. And like, shout out to my like my mom was kind enough to basically do the majority of like my laundry, but I did not I did not get socks and underwear, which I also include my my cloth masks in. I didn't get that in, so I'm just like I'm almost out of socks, like almost completely out of socks, and out of cloth masks. Did I lend them? Not really. They just got kind of put into the general like available cloth masks, because you could wash them. It's fine if you just wash them. But they just got put into the general like available pool for like family. So that's probably the cause of some of them just disappearing. Well, yeah. So that's been some of the stuff. Oh, we also had a mouse problem. Yeah, I had to do some deep cleaning of the not necessarily deep cleaning, but definitely some thorough cleaning of the basement, because I was finding mice poop everywhere. Like, oh my god, I was discovering some evidence. One of the blankets, the Halloween blanket that I've had over this like last Halloween, yeah, that had evidence of mice nibbling at it, because they got into some chocolates I had foolishly left on some higher shelves up there, and some of that fell onto the blankets, and so the mice were there. I think I took that blanket and another blanket that were in the closet, and I was immediately like, these need to go in the washer now. But yeah, we ended up yeah, this is tragic. It's still good. There wasn't like, it's not like holes or anything, but it's just like some of it's like roughed up a little bit in spots. So still totally usable in the future, but you know. Yeah, we ended up like setting out traps, because I knew the mice had been around, but I like started seeing them dart around at night, and I'm like, okay, they're still here. We need to deal with them. Which I know my family will just use like mouse traps, but honestly, if I were given the option, I would go for like the non-lethal traps. But it's not my house, so I don't really get to decide that rule. So we ended up like taking out, I guess, like the adults, and there were children mice, and like two of them literally just showed up dead. It's very morbid. And then I found a couple of them just kind of wandering around, and I just got them on a little piece of paper and just opened up a sliding glass door and went, yeah. Which is like, it's one of those ones like you can't help feel bad, but at the same time I'm like, I can't let you be in here. You can't be here. Like, skill issue on the mice, and yeah, how dare these tiny ass field mice like babies not be able to survive on their own. But yeah, so did that. Most recent, so we still have some traps out, but like I swear there was at least one mouse that was still around, but we haven't seen evidence of it since then. But that's not entirely true. I've still found some mice poop in a couple areas, but harsh reality, yeah, it's one of those things. It's a primate world and we're living in it. Yeah. But yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah. So there's like potentially a mouse still around. I don't know. My big indication is I'll look around and try to see if I find any new mouse poop. That's like the main. That's the best way you're going to be able to tell. And right now, annoyingly, this time of year we have flies. Flies just somehow get in, but they're like big, dumb, and slow. They're big, dumb, and slow flies, and really the only thing you can do is take them out. That's the only thing you can do to deal with them. Same with ants. I have some experience dealing with ants as well. That one you need to just take extra care to like keep a clean kitchen, or like keep a relatively clean kitchen, and then just take them out. Just go bop 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 bop. You know, and just make it make it eventually apparent to the ants that they're gonna get nothing by going this route. That's the best way you deal with ants. Why did I go on this whole tangent? I don't remember. I think I was just wanting to give life updates. Because it's just been so long, so it's like, fuck it, you know? We already achieved our main goal this stream of, like, testing, making sure things are working, identifying what still needs to be adjusted for, like, the portable setup, and getting rid of the Sonichu medallion, which has now been replaced by by Sonic and Shadow. Flies are a reality at this point of year. Basically, yeah. It sucks, it's annoying, but you just kind of gotta deal with it. But yeah. So yeah, I think I'm also, going to try and get some more editing on some projects done. Maybe like after stream or some other time. And yeah, I'm going to keep... the schedule for stream is still going to be tentative. I will try to give some heads up when I'm feeling being able to get stream in. Because I had been wanting to, like, stream. I had been, like, talking with friends and being like, oh, I'm going to try to stream tomorrow, and then just don't get around to it. So, the first time in a while I've at least, like, had the ability, had things set up, and been able to actually just muster up the willpower to get stream in. So, that's at least good. That's the important thing. I've broken through the streamer's block a little bit. And now we just need to push a little bit harder. So, yeah. Oh, another thing. I need to reconstruct the wheel. Because, you know, it didn't, like, save. I didn't have any function to, like, save it. So I just need to go back and, like, the last VOD I have saved and just be like, okay, what was the last state of... What was the wheel like before? And then we'll get to fix that. And then... Chow League Season 2... probably won't start that back up until I have a more consistent stream schedule back up and running again. But we can at least make a bit of work on it. I need to debate if I want to, because I know, like, for Kenny and for Lexi, I ended up having a hard time with their chows getting them in line with everyone else, so they'll have slightly overpowered chows, like slightly higher power chows. Um, so I've been trying to, like, think of how I can keep that kind of balanced. It might just be that if you have slightly overpowered... Yeah, damn, unfortunate. Yeah, it's only by, like, there's, like, they're gonna have one rank higher than normal. We'll never go. Yeah, but it's, like, it's a thought that maybe, like, the starting amount of levels might just have to be reduced for, like, for, like, yours and Lexi's. Maybe, like, one less level you get to allocate, or maybe everyone else gets one additional level, you know? Just gotta figure it out. But yeah, I have the spreadsheet still around, so just need to look into it, present it, make sure. I think Alexi's the only one I really need to present to. Might as well give us the extra... No. No. I'll give everyone else the extra level. How about that? Yeah, also need to figure out... Oh, yeah, another thing. I need to do some testing. I need to replace the electrical tape on one of the cords I have here. Because that was another thing with the mice where I'm like, okay, I can tolerate mice being around because I just don't care. Except when they start chewing my fucking cords. Because they started chewing into one of the cords for the RCA cables on the GameCube. And it thankfully does still work. It was one of the audio cords, but it does still work. But I had to put some electrical tape on. And unfortunately, it's some old-ass electrical tape, so it does not hold together very well, so I need to replace that. I also went and, like, a while back, bought some, like, I went to, like, a hobby store and bought, like, one of these AV cable things for, like, that whole generation. Well, it says that whole generation. It's for, like, SNES and 64 and GameCube. But it's like, technically I have a backup cable, if it matters. Guess who hit a home run yesterday? I'm not sure. Honestly, I have not kept up with the current Nick Castellanos? Neat. I'll be honest, I don't know baseball players enough. It is unfortunate, but it is true. Castellanos? Why are there L's in it? Okay. Wolf. Spanish. Ooh, the Span. Yeah. Spanish, where we have letters that aren't letters. Well, no. If I'm saying we have letters that aren't letters, that's French. if I see a name that looks like it has too many letters for how it's pronounced, or how I expect it to be pronounced, I know it's French. He's the guy who, when he hits a home run, bad shit happens? Oh dear. Why you gotta make it ominous? Sorry about that. Oh yeah, thinking out some stuff. Like I said, not gonna be able to do much like console gaming until I solve the USB port issue. But because I've still had it here the whole damn time. we got the Sonic Metacritic playthrough, still down to its last 4. We got this. We got this shit, which I still need to get. I still need to actually pull the trigger. I need to get my one of my friends that has a Kinect to loan it to me. After Tom Brennan made a comment calling Casey the. Oh, jeez. I guess what out over the air. Alright, okay. I'll never understand. I get the logic of, like, when making an apology of saying, if I hurt anyone out there, but it's like, if you're making an apology, it's because you hurt somebody. There's a reason you're apologizing. So I never get that. It's so, like, passive. I don't know. Just the bottom. As there's a drive in the. Huh. Wait. Hold on. So this quote is in the middle of a game? Is that what happened? LV Twitter still views it to this day. Honestly, from what he was saying, did he just get fired from the start, I wonder? He said he's like, I don't know if I'll be putting on this headset again, so it's like... Yeah, did he just get, like... Yeah, honestly, that makes sense. It makes sense. Let's be real. It was in the middle of a game. That's why it got cut off. Talk about a home run. That's amazing. Oh my god. Oh my god. Damn. My god, some people are just all right. Anyway, with the assassination attempt happening yesterday, people know, like, oh yes, I had heard about that. God, there's some morbid humor with the whole assassination attempt on Trump. With it was some, like, right-leaning dude. The fact that the Secret Service screwed up so bad. Nick Castellanos meme itself is morbid, actually. Okay. His name might be Italian. Ah, I see. Honestly, that makes a bit more sense. That makes a bit more sense with the way it's pronounced. I don't even know the main differences between Italian and Spanish. I don't know them very well, but I've heard enough Spanish names. Castellanos? Yeah, that sounds a bit more Italian. I don't know. It's a vibes-based thing, but it's just going off vibes. But I feel like Italian might be a bit more accurate, but who knows? Dual Google sounds good. I wonder, because I kind of feel like I want to wrap up stream sometime in the next like 10-15 minutes. I wonder who's still live right now. Oh, there's the only people live. He's Cuban. Also, probably Spanish. Well, his dad is Cuban. Ah. Very much American. Well, I mean, sure, but that's being very much American doesn't really say anything about the origins of your name. Like, I'm very much American, but I know my like last name is English, so not like the word English, but it has like English roots. to my disappointment, honestly. I'm only like 1/8 English, and yet that my last name has to have that root. Beans and toast. Well, I will never do that, okay? I will go and eat my spicy things. I will embrace the spicier white parts of me, which are still barely spicy white. I'm like I have like a little bit of Eastern Europe in me, and that's like the spiciest white I am. That's something every American can agree on. Exactly. I will say, because, like, what is it? I think everyone's familiar with the term white people spice. Because, like, I've had, like, spicy chicken wings that are clearly white people spice because there's literally no kick to them whatsoever. And I was just like, oh. Like, that was at the cafeteria of my work. There was chicken tenders and spicy chicken tenders. And I was just like, I'm just going with it. For one, the spicy chicken tenders are smaller. And they give you, like, a lot of them when you order them. So I'm like, I'm just going to go with the smaller ones anyway. Ozzy's Thai spicy story. Oh, I don't remember that one super well. Alright, what political affiliation or race we will always unify against the Brits. Most of the time against Canadians. Depends on the Canadians, but yeah. If they're Canadians trying to pretend like they're really that much better than the US, it's like, no. You have kind of free healthcare, and that's about it. Went to a Thai place and asked for Thai spicy and instantly regret it. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. There's so many skeletons in the closet. Yeah, really, they're not that far behind on, like, America's skeletons in our closet. Well, I say in their closet. They're like half hanging out of the closet, and it's just a lot of people don't acknowledge them. They get the pass because not America, pretty much. They're just America's hat, and that's about it. And hell, even like the most like reactionary like right parts of Canada is the funny thing is they're just discount like American right. Like they just want to be America's way too bad. They do have poutine, though. They do. Honestly, I've never actually had poutine. I've never actually gotten to have poutine, which is a bummer. That I could recall. I don't remember. I don't remember ever having poutine, so. Canadians of the South is the same thing. It depends on where you are. If we're talking about, like, Edmonton or Alberta, or, like, there's, like, the middle, you know, you have, like, you have your Vancouvers, and you have your Ontario, and then there's, like, the three, like, provinces in the middle, and it's, like, that's, like, your rural America. That's your rural Canada. All Americans, the Brits are like Canadians to Quebec. A little bit, but Quebec, they all are French. So, not quite the same. Quebec is certainly a thing. Everyone hates the French. Well, yeah. When in doubt, you can always poke fun at the French, because why not? But okay, I think yeah, I think by like 11 my local time, which is like 7 minutes from now, I think that's when we'll kind of wrap this up. This has been honestly just a good stream. It's been fun. I wish we had a couple more people hop in or stop by. But that's fine. We can do it when we actually have the Elgato set up and I can do more than just chatting. So yeah, still happy to be back. We'll be even happier when I finally get the main PC to actually do stuff the way I want it to, and then I don't have to like haul my laptop from my room all the way down into here, because that's another one of like the barriers I've had to deal with. Is just I keep this laptop up in my room. So there's like a bit more like, you know, like labor involved with setting up stream versus just coming down here and like having everything set up already. So yeah, we'll figure it out. Oh. Yeah, sorry. I'm just trying to think of, like, any other things I wanted to touch on. Another bummer about that, like, weekend I was sick. It was also a beta weekend for Rivals of Aether 2. So I got to play a little bit of it, mostly just in training mode on that Friday when it started. Because I was trying to, like, learn the tech and stuff. And then I was sick for the remaining 2 days of the beta test. And I was like, well, the only thing I didn't manage to pull off was I did actually get it downloaded on this PC. So, I think the next beta test is sometime later this month. I need to double check on the exact dates, but I think that's something that'll be fun to do. Is I can just do a small little like stream of like playing Rivals 2. So yeah. That'll be fun. Honestly, another thing I've been wanting to do was was get some more Smash streams in. Honestly, a lot of those other like one-off streams were always like on the back burner because of the Sonic playthroughs. So yeah. Okay. Anyway. Oh, another thing I need to do, because I was sick when some other friends had played it. The new Lethal Company update. I've already been kind of spoiled on some of the new stuff. um, and I want to play it. I want to play the new Lethal Company update because I know about the car. I want to play the car. I want to use the car. Also, I just miss Lethal Company. I haven't gotten to play Lethal Company like forever, so that one though. As far as stream, that's going to be difficult. Like I said, I would need to get a whole other set of stuff. There's, I think it's like HDMI switches or something. Some kind of switches I need if I want to do a setup where like this laptop handles the stream while the main PC can handle like running games and stuff. I need to look into that. I haven't been able to put the time into looking into that. But I would need to do that if I'm going to play any PC games on stream. Until the main PC is whatever its stupid issues are actually fixed. Get around to that. For stream. But, I mean, worst case scenario, I can always just open up Streamlabs and hit record and just do something then. So we still have something, at least. But, I mean, regardless, that can just be an off-stream thing if need be. But... oh, yeah. Definitely want to play some more Lethal Company sometime. But alright. Let's go ahead and really start wrapping up the stream. I want to say thank you, Kenny, for coming in, hanging out, helping me come up with the idea to do that. Brother just got off work. Nice. I'm proud of you. Yeah. But, you know. Happy to at least be somewhat back. Like I said, no clue when next stream will be. Try to get it, again, sometime soon. It just depends on when I can get get the right pieces involved. Or, yeah, get the right stuff bought. So I can actually, like, you know, stream, like, console games and stuff. And, you know, actually make some progress on that. So, we'll do it. I'm gonna, like, probably take my time, but I will try to be more active in Discord. That's another promise that's super hard for me to keep because I am not... It's not that I'm not talkative. I mean, I'm not the most talkative person, but I'm really bad at posting. I'm really bad at, like, social media and shit, is basically how it is, how it goes. So, I try, I do my best, but, oh, you know, you gotta put in the work. But alright, let's go look at some channels to raid, which I see the interface for that has changed. Not, I guess, sounds good. You have a good night, Kenny. We are going to raid. And we're gonna raid out. The only person really live right now that I want to raid is Marathon Man, who is doing some doing some Ratchet and Clank All Bolts. So, I'm gonna go ahead, send a raid over to Marathon Man, and yeah, thank you so much to everyone for coming in, watching, chatting, lurking, doing all you do. I really appreciate y'all. Feels good to be able to say that again. And yeah, I will see you all when I see y'all, and yeah, we'll get this all we'll get this all back up and running and working again. But yeah. me go ahead. Let's see, it should be... Yep, there we go. Okay. Ah, perfect. Alright, well. Yeah, like I said, maybe I think, I'm gonna have to go into work. Like, into the office the next, like, few days. So it's possible maybe, like, after work I can stop by, like, like a PC store, like a Micro Center or something, and look for the piece I need. I might just be able to do that. I don't know. The problem is the place where the Micro Center is always seems to have bad traffic, so it's like it's never pleasant to go there. It's never a fun experience. But I'll have to do it. It's either that or order it off Amazon, so we'll see what happens. But, okay. Enough rambling. Have a fantastic night, everyone. Show Marathon Man some love and wish him luck with the Ratchet and Clank speedruns. And, yeah. Hope y'all have a fantastic night, and look forward to more streams. Have a good night. Take care, y'all.